The ultimate new cat owner guide. We teach you in less than 20 minutes everything you need to know about cats. Felines are marvelous companions, loved and beloved the world over. Get some basic information about pet care before you run to your local shelter. Watch now. Meow. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. And if you are doing as marvelous as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about I want to give you the ultimate new cat owner guide. And again, I love cats, so I'm feeling marvelous. Number one, pondering a few things before getting a cat. Before you even think about adopting a cat, you got to ask yourself, am I ready for a cat? If you are unsure, here are some questions that can help you figure out if it's really time for a kitty in your life. Does my house permit cats? If you live in an apartment or rent, you need to check with management before getting a cat. You may have to pay pet rent. Some condos and some, especially in the Northeast, some condos have something called the pet rent clause. Second question, do my other animals get along with cats? So if you have a dog who loves to chase kitties aggressively, getting a cat may cause issues in your house. The third thing is, can I afford cat ownership costs? So here, when it comes to cat ownership, you have to factor in expenses as varied as vet visits, to pet rent, to buying food, toys, and other cat gear. Owning a cat, in the end, can be expensive. So make sure you are in a financially stable place before getting a cat. Now, choosing between cat versus kitten. Kittens and cat are like day and night. Therefore, it is important to know what age cat you want to adopt. Keep in mind that kittens have a lot more energy than their older counterparts, and therefore they will require more attention and playtime. I love kittens. Kittens can also be somewhat unpredictable when it comes to their personality. The happy fur ball in front of you can grow up to be a totally different adult. I have a cousin down there in Texas who has seen that. So his kitten was great and enjoyable when she was little, and then she grew up to be a totally different adult. So something to watch out for. Older cats who are at least 2 years old are more known. What you see is what you get, right? Another thing to consider is adaptability. So kittens are picked up quickly, but cats over 3 years old can have a tough time getting adopted. Black cats over 3 years of age are the hardest to place, aside from seniors with special needs. So consider getting an older cat who really needs a home, rather than a kitten who will most likely be adopted with ease. So it's all about you got to really think about striking the right balance here between your needs, your financial situation, the situation in your house in terms of the other pets you currently have, and the needs of the prospective cat or kitten you're about to get. So older cats, more stability. They need a home. They're just going to sit and enjoy and chill with you. Kittens are more able, they're more likely to roam around and be adopted easily. So think about what works for you. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I'm giving you here the ultimate new cat owner guide, and I hope you are enjoying the show so far. If you love the content's clarity and quality, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you are informed in real time whenever we drop a new show. And we do this kind of stuff every single day, rain or shine. Not just about cats or dogs, but we just cover the whole array of topics. And like this content, share and comment. If you want to add something to the show or you have a question, please comment below and we'll answer you. Before adopting a cat, you want to make sure your home is ready, right? You need to get your home ready for a cat. You will want to start by making a cat room where your cat can get used to her new surroundings. This is where your cat will spend her time for the first week or two. That's That's her home. Fill this room with all the cat essentials. Here I'm talking about cat toys, a cat tree or two, a scratching post, they love scratching, a cat bed, a litter box, and food and water. Be sure to place the food and water away from the litter box. You may also want to consider getting a tracking mat for under your litter box, as this helps reduce litter tracking and cleanup. Now, introducing your new kitty to your home. Here is a big first-time cat owner tip. Never bring your cat home and immediately let them have run of the house. Remember, your home is completely new environment for your cat, full of foreign sights and smells. So most cats will be fearful of such a large space at first, which can lead to your kitty hiding in some inaccessible places while they come to terms with their new home. Right, it's tough to get a cat from under the couch. Instead, you want to place your cat in their kitty room when you get home. Make sure other animals cannot access this room for the time being. Give your cat a few hours alone to explore the room, then start spending time in the room with them. Always remember to be patient, because it may take your kitty time to be comfortable enough to come to you, even if they were a cuddle bug at the adoption center. Let your cat enjoy their safe place for at least a few days, up to a week or two, before expanding their world. You can do this by giving your cat short, supervised visits to other parts of your house. Once the cat is comfortable with your home, you can slowly extend the amount of time he's out until you can confidently let the cat be anywhere he wants. Owning a cat. Now, pet ownership, I've said this before, comes with lots of hidden lessons, from what to do about a counter surfing cat to what to do about your cat eating food she shouldn't. Luckily, this show will sort of go down and explain everything to you. Here are some new cat owners tips to help you get off on the right paw. Feeding your cat. All cat food has to be reviewed by the FDA and passed certain standards before hitting the shelves. Unless your cat has health problems, nearly any cat food will be fine. Before choosing the right food for your kitty though, consider any food preferences they have and check with your vet for a recommendation. Depending on your cat's size and breed, they'll have different food needs, so you always want to be sure that you check with your vet on how much to feed and how often. You can also check the back of the food bag, for example, for feeding recommendations based on weight. Handling the litter box. There are lots of different litters available on the market, and they're all great in different ways. Now, we're not the most popular option for a kitty litter is clumping clay litter. This type of litter clumps around urine and feces, making it easier to pick up. Another popular option on the market is what they call Pretty Litter. Pretty Litter, this is a subscription cat litter service that delivers right to your door. We're not endorsing them. They're great. We have researched them. They're great. This innovative litter changes color to indicate common cat health problems, such as urinary tract infection, UTI, helping you to know when it's time to see the doctor. Plus, one bag lasts a whole month. When filling your litter box, make sure the litter is about 2 to 3 inches deep. Too much litter will end up over the sides of the box as your kitty covers their waist. Too little litter may not absorb all the urine from your cat, causing awful odors, awful smells, and potentially making your cat not want to use that litter box. You should clean out your cat's litter box at least once per day, making sure to be thorough. Now, this is even more important if you have multiple cats, because then at least you want to have one litter box per cat, plus one more to make sure your cats are never prevented from using the box when they need it or forced to use the dirty one. Okay, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still having a conversation today around the ultimate new cat owner guide. And I've spoken to you before about getting your home ready for a cat. Now I want to talk to you about cat grooming. Generally speaking, cats are excellent at self-grooming. They don't need help. Therefore, you won't need to bathe your cat the way you do with your dog. Brushing can help with tangles and shedding, but how much brushing your cat needs depends ultimately on their breed and your tolerance for cat hair. Most cats should be brushed at least 3 times a week, every other day, though it's fine to give your cat a short brushing every day. The other big part of grooming for cats is nail care. This is critical. This is a big one. Your cat keeps his nails in good condition by scratching. This is great when they are using a scratching post, but a nuisance when it's your couch or curtains. So keeping your cat's nails a reasonable length helps protect your furniture from holes and yourself from kitty scratches. The American Humane Society recommends trimming your cat's nails about every 2 weeks, so twice a month. Exercise for cats. Just like dogs, cats need exercise to get out their energy. People think cats are just sitting there on the couch and just sleeping lethargically. No, they need exercise too. Vets recommend playing with your cat for at least 10 to 15 minutes a few times a day. The best way to exercise your cat is by making them chase their favorite toys around the house. However, walking your cat is becoming more and more popular, and you can get harnesses specifically for your kitty. How do you keep your new cat healthy? So let's say that you're comfortable now as a cat owner. Everything is fine. You've understood the guide that I was just talking to you about. If you have more questions about cat care, you want to make a list of your concerns and bring them to your vet, who can provide expert advice on every aspect on every facets of cat ownership. The best cat is a healthy cat. So if you keep your cat in good health without paying high out-of-pocket veterinary costs by getting pet insurance, right? Because cat insurance is kind of cool because it reimburses you for a certain medical cost, so you don't have to worry about exorbitant medical bills. But if you take care of your cat on a daily basis, you might reduce the policy premiums that you're paying. All right, so you can actually get a policy you can get a coverage that fits easily into your budget. All right, folks, this was a quick ultimate new cat owner guide. So today I was just talking to you about pondering a few things before getting a cat, choosing between cat versus kitten, getting your home ready for a cat, and owning a cat. So here we talked about feeding your cat, handling the litter box, cat grooming, exercising for cats, keeping your new cat healthy. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.